I had some people ask me, Kelly, what's the key to success? You know what I tell them? Start. That's it. That's the secret. Excuses don't get results, people. You think the people at the top got there because they waited for the perfect moment? Heck no. They took action before they were ready. Small actions compound over time. And before you know it, those little steps, they built a damn empire. During the pandemic, I told myself, the reason I can't read 10 pages a day, just 10 pages. Guess what? Over 300 books later, that little habit has completely transformed the way I think, the way I lead, the way I show up in life. Let's talk about what really stops me. Fear. Not just the fear of failure, the real killer, fear of success. Let me tell you, if you don't face that, it will hold you back. And it starts with accountability. Nobody succeeds alone. A lot of people say, don't share your goals. It'll jinx them. That's bull. Say it loud and proud. Speak it into existence. Let people hold you accountable. Here's your challenge. You're gonna pick one, just one action. Something that moves you toward your goal and do it. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. I'm Kelly Siegel, and this is Harder Than Life, a podcast about self-love, self-awareness, business, and health. We tell outrageous stories and boil everything down to simple, practical advice you can start using today. Let's get living. Harder Than Life Nation, what's up? It's Kelly Siegel coming at you with another episode of Harder Than Life. You know how we do it here. Raw, real, no fluff, no excuses. Today we're talking about something that will change your life. Something that separates the people who talk about success from the ones who actually are out there getting it. Here's a secret. Taking action. I'm not talking about waiting for motivation. I'm not talking about sitting around hoping for a miracle. I'm talking about deliberate, consistent, unrelenting action, one step at a time, every single day. We even have it at National Technology Management as a core value. We call it tenacity and continuous improvement. So we live, breathe, and eat this stuff. So listen, I had some people ask me, Kelly, what's the key to success? You know what I tell them? Start. That's it. That's the secret. Excuses don't get results, people. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need to start doing something. Anything that moves you forward. Because here's the truth. Action creates clarity. You think the people at the top got there because they waited for the perfect moment? Heck no. They took action before they were ready. I know some of you are thinking, but Kelly, I don't know where to start. Great. Pick something. Anything. The smallest step toward your goal, because small actions compound over time. And before you know it, those little steps, they built a damn empire. In fact, whenever someone wants to work with me in the coaching, they ask me what they should be doing first. I tell them, go to the gym. And they go, I don't know how. I don't have a gym membership. Just go out and walk. Simple, easy things. Go out and walk, take a video, and send it to me. Those are small actions. So the power of small daily actions is I'm living proof of this right now as I record this. It's the 34th day of the year, and guess what? I've meditated 34 times. That's every single day. Non-negotiable. No excuses. I wake up, do my gratitude practice. Before anything else, I meditate 10 minutes. That's it. Just 10 minutes. But that small action has already made me sharper, more focused. That small action has made me sharper, more focused, more at peace. I can't even fully explain it yet, but I feel lighter, more locked in. It's only been a month. And I use this because the deck is stacked against me and the adversary is putting things in my way, which if I showed you behind the scenes, you'd laugh at me. That little meditation, that little 10 minutes allows me to giggle with it, move on, and keep going forward. Imagine what it's going to be like after a year. And it's not just meditation. During the pandemic, I told myself, There's no reason I can't read 10 pages a day. Just 10 pages. That's nothing, right? But guess what? Over 300 books later, that little habit has completely transformed the way I think, the way I lead, and the way I show up in my life. One small action every single day. That's all it takes. But let's be real. Most people won't do it. Why? Because they're waiting for the perfect time. They overthink it. They're paralyzed in the big picture. Stop overthinking and just start. Look, I'm a busy guy. Between running NTM, building Harder Than Life, writing books, coaching, training, being a father, there's always a million things pulling at me. When I sat down to write my second book, Happier Than Life, I thought this one's going to be easy. I've done this before. Wrong. Deadlines crept up. Life got in the way. I could have let that stop me. But instead of getting overwhelmed, I broke it down. First, I wrote the outline. Then I gathered my notes. Then I wrote chapter 1, then another, and now I'm in editing phase. Soon, we'll finalize the cover, and before you know it, this book will be in your hands. And I didn't even have time to write a book. I made time, and I used progress over perfection. Small steps created massive results. Most people never start because they think they need everything figured out at first. But I'll tell you right now, you figure it out along the way. I have a saying, we're building this airplane while we're flying it. You'll hear it at NTM daily. Action leads to clarity, and overthinking leads to nothing. Your mind is your worst enemy until you make it your best ally. Let's talk about what really stops people, though. Fear. What is it? Face everything and run. Forget everything and run. Face everything and rise. And not just the fear of failure. That one's obvious. The real killer is the fear of success. Most people don't even realize they have it, but it's there. I've seen it myself. I'll be out somewhere. People recognize me, ask for a picture. As much as I love connecting with people, there's still that little voice in my head, that weird feeling. What is that? Why do I feel like that? It's the fear of stepping fully into my next level. And let me tell you, if you don't face that, it will hold you back. Your brain wants to keep you, quote unquote, safe. It's wired for survival, not success. That's why change feels so hard. That's why doing something new feels scary. But you're not a caveman running from a saber-toothed tiger. You don't need safety, you need growth. And that means taking action before you're ready. You'll hear me also say the familiar misery. Misery loves company. That are sayings to keep you playing small, keep you sedentary, and the brain itself is wired. It has a superhighway, so you don't have to expend too much energy into doing things. That's why things become a habit. So it takes a little bit more to get that. You need growth, and that means taking that action before you're ready. And it starts with accountability. Why you need accountability and why most people don't get it. Here's another truth. Nobody succeeds alone. Success has company. Success leaves clues. I don't care how disciplined you think you are. You need accountability. I have a gym partner. You think I want to get up at 5 a.m. every morning? Hell no. Actually, that's wrong. I get up at 4 a.m. I'm at the gym at 5 a.m. I don't want to be there, but I do it because I know he's counting on me. I have coaches. I have mentors. I have people who call me out when I slack. If you don't have that, get it. And if you really want to go all in, tell the world your goal. A lot of people say, don't share your goals. It'll jinx them. That's bullshit. Say it loud and proud. Speak it into existence. Let people hold you accountable. Let them laugh if you don't make it. You're in the arena. You're doing the thing. I'm proud of you. Because here's the reality. If you don't take action, nobody's coming to save you. Here's your challenge. Take one action today. And here's the deal. I want you to pick one, just one action, something that moves you toward your goal, then do it. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. When you do it, give me a shout out, tag me. Take a video of that and put it on your story to inspire others. I'm telling you, success leaves clues and people want to cheer you on. Let me know what action you take because it isn't just about listening, it's about doing. Heart and Life Nation, you are unstoppable. Your life will transform the moment you stop waiting and start moving. I'm Kelly Siegel, and this is Harder Than Life. Now go be harder than life. Please rate and share this podcast. I'm active on all social platforms and love to hear from my Siegel supporters. Each and every episode is sponsored by my company, National Technology Management, the easiest and best IT company to do business with, delivering peace of mind with technology every day, even simplifying cybersecurity. Visit trustntm.com for more info. Until next week, be harder than life.